Coming up next, high school football on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Right now, though, it's time to play some football. The Pioneers have it teed up. Scott Peggs is going to handle the kicking duties, and it looks like deep to receive should be Perry Mincy and Hawthorne. In fact, that is the case. Mincy's on the far side at about the hash, standing in between the 10 and the 5. Peggs kicks away. It's a low driving kick. It's going to go over everybody's head and into the end zone. And the Lorain High student section, taking a page out of everybody else's book, they've got the LeBron powder toss.
Yes, the king is back.
No doubt about that. So here come the Titans for your first hut of the ball game. It's brought to you by Pizza Hut. Don't miss the action. Order online now at pizzahut.com. Looks like it'll be Perry Mincy splitting out to the near side. To the far side will be Dejan Brown. Williamson will be in that short gun with a running back on either side of him. Chavis there along with Hawthorne. Officials got everything teed up. As soon as they drop the hand and blow the whistle, we'll be underway here at Ely Stadium. We'll get this nice new clock warmed up and ready to go. Talk a little bit about that later on. Handoff goes inside. First back through that time looks to be Hawthorne. And he's going to pick up a couple tough yards right up the middle. Give him 2.
Yeah, Hawthorne took the handoff with a little trap on the inside. They trapped the nose guard. Able to get a little bit of a push. A pickup of a modest 3 yards on first down. 2 yards, check that down.
Yep, mark it at second down and 8. They'll stay in that mini gun. Look for him to stay there pretty much all night long. They're going to read option. Flip goes outside, and Chavis does good just to hold on to the ball. He's still going to work upfield, get out across the 25 to the 26. That pitch was well behind him. He had to wait on it and still reach behind him.
Chavis made a great athletic play there. Anybody else back there, someone like me and you, doesn't make that play, Don.
Not anymore, that's for sure. Give him a pickup of 5. Brings up a third down and 3 for the Titans early on in this one.
The Titans want to be in that third and manageable situation where you still got the run-pass option. They just brought in Sherman Saunders to run in the slot.
No surprise there. Look for him to be at least a concern on this play coming out of that slot. Looks like they want to throw it here on third and short. Big pressure up the middle. Williamson avoids pressure initially. Breaks pressure. Was wrapped up. He's rolling out to his right. Fires downfield. Had a receiver. Dejan Brown was there. It was a little bit short. Brown got a hand on it, though. You're kind of anticipating he might catch that one.
Yeah, he was able to get behind the zone coverage, behind the linebackers, and in front of the safeties. He was wide open. That would have been a big gain in what Lorain needed to get that first drive going. Incomplete pass down.
Williamson's going to go back to punt here. They have 2 deep to receive. Looks like it'll be Micah Price and Brad Schneider. Now, Elyria think this is an area in the game that they can take advantage of. Let's see if they come up with some big special teams plays here.
Lorain late getting on one of the players, Chavis there, late to get to his wing position.
Got to know your roles there. Low snap. Boy, kick is away, and the punter knocked down. I guess they're saying that they got a piece of it. Not quite sure about that. Ball down at midfield. And Williamson racked up a little bit. The coaching staff from Lorain High saying, hey, what about it?
Yeah, they had a lot of penetration on the left side. It didn't look like anybody even attempted to block one of the Pioneers. They got through. Fortunately for the Pioneers, they did tip the ball down.
So I'll bring the Pioneer offense onto the field. Hunter Parsh, the quarterback's going to line in the short run. He has Chris Atkinson right behind him. 3 receivers right. Left. Schneider had 3 catches last week. Atkinson will move over. He'll get the handoff on first down, head straight upfield. He's going to pick up about 3 on that first down carry before he's driven backwards by a whole lot of white jerseys.
Yeah, tackled by Sterling Jeffers. He came up from his linebacker spot to make the stick.
Officials coming in and barking at some of the Titans already. Quick-paced offense here. Again, same formation. 3 receivers off to the right side for Parsh. Atkinson's going to stay in. He's going to get a look again. He'll have it. First down yardage inside the 40. Down low at the 39 for a pickup there of about 8 yards.
Yeah, nice hole there created by the offensive line for the Pioneers. Tyler Schneider really led the way getting the second-level blocks.
Starting lineup for the Elyria Pioneers across the front. Kevin Clowen, Seth Billings, Tyler Schneider, Tony Schaefer, and Colton Hess. Whistles toot. We'll take a look at things and see where everybody's going. Kyle Ringer, Brandon Schneider, Brandon Kajura, and Micah Price will be the receivers. Hunter Parsh, the quarterback. Atkinson and Brandon Price will be in the offensive backfield. Parsh again from the shotgun, hands off quickly. Atkinson with a dive up the middle, and they're going to work him in between the tackles. It seems that's the game plan early on, at least until Lorain takes it away.
Yeah, 3 yards picked up there by Atkinson. Jeffries with the stop. Nothing fancy right there, just downhill, hitting the ball and hitting that line of scrimmage.
Titans will line up in a 52. Rashad Berry, Kenneth Washington, Andres Torres, Nazir Bohannon, and Robert Orsler across the front. We'll talk about Orsler here in a second. It'll be a nice run right up the front, and there's Rashad Berry, the D1 recruit, saying, I've had enough as he comes in from that defensive end position.
You know, Rashad's going to get the credit for the tackle, but you got to give credit to Andres Torres, who really just clogged up the line of scrimmage and not letting any of those offensive linemen get to the second level.
No gain on that play. It should be third down, but just second. Did I miss something?
I don't think they flipped the stick.
Well, they got second up on the board as well. There was some pointing going on. Parsh wants to throw, gets pressure in the backfield, gets dropped back at the 40-yard line. A loss there of about 4.
Yeah, you got Rashad there who was getting pressure, and also with Kenneth Washington. Credit both of those players with a half sack.
So now it'll be, according to the sticks on the board, it is going to be 3rd and 12. So I must have missed something along the way.
Actually, it's 4th down, Don.
Well, they're running a punt squad out. I think it's 4th down. The sticks say 3rd.
It's 4th down.
I believe it's 4th down. The officials have to take a time. Elyria is going to take a timeout. We'll figure this out in just a minute. We're going to take a break. 9:05 left. No score yet. A little bit of work to do on the field. We'll be right back.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I receive.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more, even how to apply online using e-benefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life.
We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
Kicking the ball away is Kyle Ringer. Neal deep to receive. He's going to let it bounce just inside the 5 and into the end zone. So Lorain will end up with the ball on the 20. Now here's the deal on that lost down.
Yeah, what the confusion was over, Don, was that there was a warning to the Lorain sideline for being too close to the field. The side referee, he threw the side judge threw the flag, and that's what got everything confused and caused the sticks to be off.
All right, so Lorain High will come back out here following the touchback. They'll have the ball at their own 20. That's where they started things the first time. Williamson still in at quarterback, still the same setup. Horn and Chavis in the backfield alongside him. Looks over that Elyria defense. Looks like they're cheating up. Handoff goes the first man through. That's going to be Hawthorne. He'll stick his head down and plow ahead for about 3, maybe 4 on that first down carry.
Yeah, nice modest pickup on first down, putting yourself into a 2nd and 7 position. If you look for the Elyria safeties, there's no one back there. If someone gets behind the corners, look out.
They're certainly uptight playing man coverage across the table here. And you're right. I mean, someone gets by, it's good night. A little quick pitch goes out to Saunders. Saunders works forward, has first down yardage, I think. We'll see where they spot it. Went out of bounds right near the sticks. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds considerably further back, though. They're going to give him a pickup of about 3 on that.
Yeah, it was a swing pass out of his slot position. Javon Oliver came up with the stick, pushing him out of bounds. Down.
Check that. They'll give him a pickup of about 4, brings up a 3rd down and 3. A little bit of a change in the formation here. 3 receivers off to the right. In fact, Dontravius Hawthorne in the offensive backfield is on that right side. Look for Williamson to roll that way. Wants to, gets wrapped up. Absolutely nothing doing. Darrell Hammonds shuts it down.
Darrell Hammonds with a great swim move to get around the tackle to bring pressure right off the front side for the sack.
Loss of about 5 on that 3rd down. And we'll call it a sack. I mean, I'm pretty confident he wanted to throw on that 3rd and short. So Williamson, instead of throwing on 3rds, got to kick it away on 4th. Schneider and Price, you can receive both of them on the other side of the 50. High snap. Williamson's got to get it away. Low, driving kick. Bounces at about the 47, still on the ground, and continues to roll down to the 37-yard line. So a decent kick there by Williamson. Now, the other thing that I noticed is Lorain's using that soccer kick, which could be why they're not going to get a lot of roughing the kicker calls, because you're moving away from that straight line.
Yeah, Eddie made an athletic play back there, moving laterally to the line of scrimmage. They got that penetration yet again, but was able to get the kick off.
From the 37-yard line, the Pioneers are going to start taking snaps again. And guys, I got to tell you, it's looking like the weather is going to hold out here.
Yeah, it looks beautiful out now.
Three receivers to the right. Parson, the short gun, flips it backwards. Look for the double pass. Ringer fires the ball downfield all alone. Kojura gets it at about the 29-yard line. He's going to cruise on into the end zone on the gadget play. Touchdown, Pioneers.
Wow. Double pass. Everybody committed to the swing pass in the flat. No one was back there. Touchdown for the Pioneers.
Boy, oh boy, that is a big, big score. One play goes 63 yards. Pioneer fans happy right now. Big start for the Elyria squad. Scott Peggs is back for the extra point. He'll line everything up. See that double pass coming too. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Snap is slow. Hold is okay. Kick is good. And that'll make it 7-0 in favor of the Pioneers. We'll step away and be right back.
Listen to me. I have 30 seconds.
What did you hear about me?
About being a kid with a disability.
I am a joker.
I am a songwriter.
And I'm here to learn.
I am a girl who likes math and science.
I am Courtney. Random Detroit.
Hey, I'm speaking up.
And I am not.
And I'm not.
And I am not going to be bullied. Got it?
Right now, Scott Peggs set to kick it away. Long, deep kicks, going to be fielded by Mincy. It looks right at about the 5-yard line. Cruises up to the 15, 20, 25. Wants to work back outside at the hash. Gets popped a couple different times. Unwilling to go down, but finally gets the ball out to about the 29-yard line. So that's where Lorain will take over with 6:58 on the first quarter clock.
Yeah, the wedge was set up. Mincy took his time hitting the hole. Nothing was there except the 30-yard line.
Well, I actually spotted at the 30. Okay. Actually thought they had that a little further out, but I was mistaken. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Williamson will have to get some movement out of this Lorain offense. I don't think you can let a score like that go unanswered for too awful long. Has two receivers off to his left, one to his right, taking his time right now with the snap. Little misdirection. Second back through looks to be Hawthorne. He'll dive forward, pick up maybe a yard. That's going to be about it on a first down carry.
Yeah, the right guard for Lorain, Seth Billings, totally whipped on that block, causing what could have been a big game to a small game.
Well, give him credit. I had him marked for one. The officials giving him the benefit of the doubt. A little bit better than 2 yards on that first down carry. Still looked like a 2nd and 8 with a running clock here at the 6:30 mark in the first quarter. Williamson rolls off to his right, has to step inside, flips it out on the edge. There's going to be a hold. The flag came down. The pass was completed to Chavis, and then he got a little extra pop. Now the officials will chit-chat with the guys, make sure this doesn't get too hostile. I'm sure that's going to be a hold. It was in the area, to say the least.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call Sherman Saunders with the hold out there. He was responsible for outside protection for Williamson on that rollout. The Titans find themselves in a hole here.
Yeah, and it's a spot foul, so they'll step it back 10 yards. They're going to mark this inside the 20, back at about the 17. Big penalty there.
This is something that myself and Coach McFarland were talking about before the interview. Can they respond when negative things happen for the Titans?
The negative right here is a 2nd down and 23. Spread things out a little bit more. Big pressure up the middle and drag backwards toward the end zone was Williamson.
Oh, we got some Andre on the field.
Coming through with Simeon Lawrence. We'll see where that what that laundry does. They wrapped up Williamson at about the 3-yard line. I don't know know what that
like
flag
offsides,
would
maybe?
be. That would explain why Lawrence got in there so quickly.
Yeah,
I don't think he was the guy, though.
It looked like Lorain was trying to set up some sort of middle screen.
Yeah.
And you're going to get protection on that, but I don't know if they were holding the would-be receiver. The guy was, got in the backfield so quick. I don't know what the call could have been. Let's see.
Well, they're talking about it, and it seems pretty straightforward to me. I'm not quite sure. If it's a hold, it's from the line of scrimmage. If it's and they're pointing at Elyria. So I bet you part of the question is that they held the receiver. They're stepping off 15?
Yes.
No, it wasn't 15.
Personal foul.
It was.
That should be an automatic first down.
And that's probably what they were discussing. If they don't get the first down yardage, is it a first down?
Doesn't look like it.
Well, where are they marking the penalty from? It was a dead ball foul?
It must have been when the way he tackled.
So it was from the spot. They're going to leave it at second down, although I think it should probably be third down. I'm at a bit of a loss. Williamson's going to roll out to his right, chucks it downfield, has the receiver there. It's Barry. He's going to get run out of bounds at about the 32-yard line and pops a couple pioneers along the way. That's going to get him back near the original line of scrimmage, a pickup there of about 12.
Yeah, they rolled out Eddie Williamson to the short side of the field, and they ran a deep out pattern with Barry. He was wide open. Pickup of 12 there.
For all this mess, Lorain's at a third down, and we're going to call it 7. They're not, as badly as this series has gone for them, they're actually in a position to turn something positive here. They're going to try to fire it downfield, have a receiver again. That'll be Barry. Barry will be out near midfield. He'll pick up the first down and then some. And we're going to give him a pickup of about 18.
Nice. Again, they set a hinge up on the left side of the formation. Sherman Saunders with a key block, allowing to Eddie Williamson to get to the outside or the wide side of the field. Barry was wide open at the sticks for first.
So here's Rashad Berry with 2 catches early on in this game for 30 yards. He caught 1 ball last week for 18. So the Titans, and Williamson looking a little winded. The official waving his hands at the booth. Not sure what that's about either. Second back through is going to be Saunders. Saunders going to bowl his way ahead. He actually rolled on top of one of the Elyria defenders for a pickup of an extra. Actually, they're going to mark him back. I thought they were going to give him that extra yard. So give him a pickup of about 8.
Yeah, he was. The defenders for Elyria know that you have to go low on a young man like that. He's pretty powerful with those pumping legs.
Second down and 2. 4:37 left in the first quarter. Lorain High looking like they were starting to move the ball here, certainly getting pinned way back earlier on in this series. Area defense jumping, read option goes right up the middle. That'll be on Travis Hawthorne, and he'll have first down yardage plus a pickup there of about 5.
Well, you can see what's happening, Don, as Lorain has completed some passes. Those safeties are now getting out of the box and creeping back, so it's going to allow more rushing lanes for the Titans.
First down and 10 from about the 37-yard line. Lorain, actually a wishbone kind of look here. Handoff goes to, looks like it was Saunders. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1.
Yeah, he was stopped by Darrell Hammonds again. It's the second time he called that young man's name tonight.
He's certainly having a big effect on the ball game, no doubt about that. Second down now. We're going to call it 12 for the Titans. Calling the signals out to the wide receivers, 2 on the right side, 1 on his left side. Low snap, he rolls off to his left, flips it downfield, has the receiver Dejon Brown. Brown will get driven out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Not a big pickup, but positive yards nonetheless. We'll give him 4.
Those are one of those confidence-building routes, Don, that you just look for the kid to complete the pass and keep him momentum and get Lorain into a more manageable situation.
Third down, and we'll call it 8. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pretty much the same formation we've seen this whole possession. Handoff goes to Saunders, rather. Looks to go a little bit right, has to sidestep and works upfield. Give him a pickup of 3 inside the 25 or the 35 down to the 32. And bring up a third down and short.
Here's a question: do you punt here or you go for it?
I think it's too close to punt. I was watching Williamson in warm-ups, and he was consistently 35 to 40 yards past the line of scrimmage. I just don't think that works here. Just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Williamson on on 4th down and 5. Coaching staff calling for a timeout. They're going to get it. The Lorain High coaching staff will take a timeout as well with 2:56 left. 7-0 Pioneers over the Titans. Williamson scrambles out of the offensive backfield, wanted to roll out to his right side and create some space. He's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 25, and that 5.5-yard pickup is actually going to mark him back at the 25. Either way, that's going to be enough to pick up a Lorain first down.
You know, Williamson kept his eyes downfield, showing that he's not just a running quarterback, looking to make a play with his arm before he does it with his legs.
Third first down of the series here for the Lorain High Titans. 2:50 on a stopped first quarter clock. Williamson again in that short gun. Ball's on the ground, and boy, that will blow up your drive big time. Williamson wanted to hand it off. Ball hit the ground. Simeon Lawrence there to pick it up. Make it a first down for the Pioneers.
Ian Ralston was a combat medic who was injured in Iraq. When I met Ian, I knew we had to help him get his housing grant, an auto grant, and every benefit to live as normal a life as possible. And we did.
PVA has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans get the care and benefits they've earned.
My name is Jason Stevenson, and I work for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
Pioneers will take over at their own 29-yard line. Big turnover for the Pioneers. Had the ball for a boatload of time. Got the ball at the 6:58 mark. Gave it up at the 2:46 mark. Harsh wants to come out to the near sideline. Boy, completed a pass. Actually did not complete the pass. The intended receiver that time
was Kyle Schneider there.
Was Schneider? Okay.
And the big stick was way back.
Popped.
Yeah, it was Perry Mincy coming up from his cornerback position, jarring the ball loose.
Was that Schneider or was that Ivanich?
That might have been Ivanich, you're right.
I think it was. We'll have to mark him on our slot there. He's going to go long ball. He's got Schneider way out there all alone. Schneider was at the opposite 40, and Parsh pushed it a little long. I tell you what, Schneider's got some wheels, too.
He does, and those wheels were, the separation started because of the double move, and everybody bit on that double move.
So now 3rd down and 10, and what's been a pretty effective offensive program here for the Pioneers. It's their first kind of tough 3rd down situation. Harsh rolls out to the right, wants to throw, finally does, has a receiver, and has first down yardage. Nice catch, nice move by Devontae Moore that time as he'll end up picking up 13. Pioneers had him inside the sticks, just couldn't wrap him up and drop him.
Yeah, the Titans did have him inside the sticks, but what a great athletic move there by Moore. Spinning and turning to get the first down.
Only the second first down of the ball game here for the Pioneers, and they're up 7-0, 2:25 on a running first quarter clock, but they really have had good field position for the better part of this ball game. 2 receivers on either side for Parsh now. He wants to hand it off right up the middle. That's going to be Atkinson's. He's going to fall forward for a pickup of about 3 out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, right off left guard tackle spot, picking up those 3 yards there on first down.
2nd down and 7. They need the opposite 48-yard line. Ball spotted at the Elyria 45 right now. Harsh handoff. Atkinson again gets across the line of scrimmage and again falls forward. And that's one of the things you like about him is that he does fall forward. The big contact up the middle by the Titans.
Yeah, the Titans, again, it was Sterling Jeffries making the tackle, but Tony Schaefer, right guard for the Pioneers, a nice pancake block to open that hole up.
Titans will get some transfers in and out. Looks like they're putting in a passing package as they pull one of the big linemen off the field and bring in an extra defensive back. Parsh wants to throw. He rolls off to his left. Has pressure from behind. Fires downfield. Had a receiver. Ivanic.
Did intercept that?
Unable to bring it in. Boy, almost an interception. Aaron Huff out there along the edge did everything but intercept that one. So they'll bring up a fourth down for the Pioneers. They're going to have to get rid of it.
Parsh overthrew that ball because he was getting pressure from his backside by Barry. That's a third time we called Barry's name tonight.
He's been active today. He's one of those guys that has huge potential. I mean, he's a D1 recruit, but he has big bursts and big games as opposed to just always producing.
Parsh starting the game 1 for 4 on his pass attempts.
Pioneers punts kicked away by Ringer, and looks like it'll be Neal at about the 12-yard line. Works upfield across the 20, looks for contact, gets out to the 30, and will be dropped there. That was a decent return.
Yeah, decent return by Neal. You got to get excited where, you see some of these return guys that want to juke and jive and dance. Aaron Neal's getting downhill and laying the wood.
Well, I mean, isn't that the way they coach it?
That's how they coach
it's
it now.
north and south. All that dancing and everything else is for somebody else. You just want to make sure you've got the ball in your arms and you're moving toward the other end zone. Spotted at the 31, the Lorain High Titans. Got 1:06 left in this first quarter. Really haven't had a whole lot of red zone opportunities, and we'll talk about those here in a second. I'm kind of happy to talk about those today, to be honest. Williamson right now in the offensive backfield for the Titans. Wants to throw on first down, fires downfield, had a receiver there. Dejan Brown looked as though he might have given up on the route just a little bit. Slowed down, and that ball was there.
Don, if when they look at this on Saturday morning, if Eddie Williamson throws it to the hash, that's 6.
Yep. Long gone. 4 ticks off the clock on that particular pass play. Williamson now on second down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Elyria defense active, and a flag comes in from the defensive backfield. And some of that activity may be because the Titans jumped a little bit, and if that's the case, back them up. Procedure. Second penalty for 15 yards dropped on the Titans. And Rick, they're doing this to themselves. They did it earlier in the prior possession. Now they're doing it again. They're kind of putting themselves in a hole that they've got to work out of.
You often see this with programs that are trying to change the culture and get out of those losing ways. They just sometimes get in the way of themselves.
Williamson has Saunders in the backfield again, so he's had some good success coming out of that running back position as opposed to the slot. Look for him to get a touch here sometime soon on second down and 15. Option look. Williamson rolls out to his right. Big pressure there. Tries to go left. Works his way away from one would-be tackler. Fires the ball downfield. And a nice catch. That's going to be Dejan Brown. Still on his feet at the 40-35. Gets dragged down out of bounds at the other end. Big catch. Big play. Even more impressive, none of the big hogs were downfield.
Yeah, they did a great job just blocking for their athletic quarterback, a la Johnny Manziel, spinning away from a tackle, making a play, keeping his eyes downfield. Big play by Brown.
41 yards on the pitch and catch to Brown. Big first down here for the Titans. 47 seconds left. The officials will get the stick set, and Brown was driven out of bounds. See what they come up with here on first down. Williamson in the offensive backfield again, creating. Second back through that time, and I didn't catch the number on that truck. Saunders dive forward for about 3. Saunders, that's his style of running. Should have known that. Bring up a second down and 7. Ball down to the 30-yard line.
These safeties are making a lot of tackles. That was Kyle Jackson's second tackle of the night.
Not what you want to see if you're a defensive coordinator or a head coach for that matter. Second down and about 7. They'll flip it out. Wanted to find Brown again. Little hitch pattern out on the side. He was there. He was available. Ran a good pattern. Ball was just a little bit outside.
Yeah, the corner, the wide receiver and the quarterback did a great job recognizing the coverage. Cornerback was off. The hitch route was given there. Take what they give you, but you got to make that completion.
Gotcha. I agree. 18 seconds left. If you're an offense, those things will kill you in the long run. If you're a defense, you like the fact that happened. Williamson, 2 receivers on the right side. Has Chavis in the slot now. Looks like they'll give it to Saunders. He'll barrel up forward. He's not going to be stopped by one guy. Gets wrapped up by a couple to give him a pickup of 4 down to about the 26-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down. Actually give him a pickup of 4, brings up a 4th down and 3. And the big clock at the end of the field has expired, which means we take a little bit of a break. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on AM 1320 WOBL.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
Williamson in that offensive backfield has Saunders to his right, has Chavis to his left. In the slot now is Barry. Long count here by Williamson, not getting the hard count that I think he wanted. See if they snap it at all. And there is going to be a timeout called by Lorain. We'll take another break and be right back on AM 1320 WOBL.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
4th down and 3 for the Lorain High Titans. Ball spotted at the Elyria 27-yard line. Same formation. Chavis and Saunders in the offensive backfield. Bookending. It'll be Saunders left side, breaks the first tackle, second tackle inside the 25, works his way down to the 20. That should be first down plus a pickup of, about 6 yards. You needed 3. Saunders got 6.
That's one thing that excites you about Saunders when you watch him run the ball. He always picks up yards after contact.
Big first down, and that'll put the ball on the 20.
And you're entering the Liberty Ford red zone.
Talk about Liberty Ford and Lincoln here in just a second. Boy, I tell you, they've been good to me. I'll tell you about that. Williamson rolls off to his right, now gets pressure, flips it out toward the side, and that'll be a catch that time. And Rashad Berry trots onto the track and waves the ball at the Lorain High band standing nearby. We'll feature them along with the Elyria band or our D. Tutinelli's halftime show featuring both of those bands. A pickup of 5.
Yeah, again, all the pass completions by Eddie Williamson, then roll-out passes, and he looks at Rashad Berry first.
Williamson again bumps, makes contact with Chavis. He'll hand the ball off to him. He wanted to go right, got turned around, had to go left, back to the 15-yard line. No gain. We talked about Liberty Ford. We talk about them every week. Well, now I'm a customer.
Yeah, we were excited. We had a fresh trade that came into our dealership on our Parma Heights store. Put a deal together that Mr. Vincent couldn't refuse.
I'm bringing home a car. I'm digging it. 3rd down at about 5. Little play action look. Williamson's going to keep it. Still has the pitch option. He's going to duck inside into the end zone. No flags on the play. Touchdown, Lorain.
Great job running that read option. He had the option, look, the whole way down the field.
Yes.
It caught Elyria in between. They didn't know to take the pitch man or the runner, and you got 6.
And that's the key to defending an option look. Someone has the quarterback, someone has the first back, someone has the pitch back. And if you mess that up at all, if you second-guess yourself, you're shot.
Absolutely.
It looks like the Titans are going to go for the deuce here. It's going to be Williamson with 1 receiver to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Has Chavis lined up on the right side of the offensive backfield as well. They want to get the little bump up of a lead here, and I think that might be a little bit of a lack of confidence in their kicking game as well. Chavis is going to move from right to left in the offensive backfield. Williamson fakes the handoff, keeps it up the middle, end zone, and put 2 more up on the board. Titans up 8-7 over the Elyria Pioneers. We'll step away and be right back on AM 1320 WOBL.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Titans will trot back out onto the field.
Eddie Williamson on that drive down was 2 for 4 for 45 yards, capping that with the touchdown run, and you'll cover that here in a second.
9 plays, 69 yards, 2:13 off the clock. Williamson from 15 yards out for the score. That's your Wendy's drive summary. All of our drive summaries are brought to you by Wendy's. When you're on your way home from the game today, stop by one of your local Wendy's. Wendy's, quality is our recipe. High, short kick on the kickoff for Lorain High, fielded by one of the up men. He'll take it out to about the 35, maybe 36-yard line. Need help identifying that young man.
It's Lucky. Shamar Lucky.
Shamar Lucky into the scorebook now, and with that short kick, Pioneers end up with really good field position. 10:49 left in the first half.
You know, the Pioneers have had great field position the whole game, only able to capitalize on one opportunity.
They'll have it at the 36-yard line. We'll see what Parsh can do this time with the ball. Low snap, rolls to his right, pressure, flips it out toward the sideline, almost picked off on the edge. Kevin Davis coming up from his cornerback position. That's the second or third time that the Lorain High cornerbacks have had a hand on the ball, and one of the offensive linemen for Elyria is down right now.
That's the center, Tyler Schneider.
Tell you what, we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back with 10:45 on the second quarter clock.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Tyler Schneider coming off the field, got a little hitch in his giddy-up, being helped off the field. If we can get a word on that, we'll certainly share it with you, but we'll avoid any potential diagnoses. Right now, though, for the Pioneers, it's second down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Kevin Clowen checked in for Andrew Schneider.
Clowen, typically a left tackle. Parsh is going to fire across the middle, and a nice bust-up coming across the middle. Sam McWiggin gets a hand on that one for the Titans, and yet another pass bust-up.
Whenever you're able to get pressure with just 4 pass rushers, that gives your opportunity in the secondary time to cover. Parsh had a lot of pressure in his face.
Parsh faces a third down and 10 here. Well, actually, I said 35 a moment ago. It's actually from the 36-yard line. I apologize. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, single back alongside under the short gun. 10:39 left in the first half. Handoff goes right up the middle. That looks like it's going to be Brennan Price, and he'll have near first down yardage, but he's still going to be a little bit short. Brings up a 4th down and 2. Give him a pickup of 8.
Yeah, nice quick hitter right up the middle. Again, that trap play they had success on first down before.
Now, here's a better time to ask that question, Rick. What do you think? Are the Pioneers going to kick it away? Are they going to go after a hard count here? Are they going to make a play on 4th and short?
We've watched Kevin Fell long enough to know that's not his motto.
I agree. Parsh gets the defense to jump. There's the easy first down for the Pioneers.
Yeah, you got that's again self-inflicted wounds by the Titans. But great job by Hunter Parsh, who's been in these type of situations before, taking advantage of their aggressiveness.
That'll spot the ball up at the Pioneer 49-yard line for a first down and 10. Boy, as a coach, that'll drive you nuts. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left side, basically slot formations on either side. Big pressure for Parsh. He's going to go down inside the 40 and just get smothered. Give credit to Brendan Price trying to block like 4 guys, but there was just no stopping that defensive blitz.
Talked to Coach Jeremy Wood before the game. He says when they show that rollout package or something that they see in film, they're blitzing that gap every time, regardless of the call.
Loss of 9 on first down brings up a second down and 19. Ball way back now at the Elyria 40-yard line. Clock's running at 9:34 left in the second quarter. Parsh with Brendan Price alongside. Price is going to get another shot at it. He's going to work upfield. I don't think he was the first guy to make contact, but Barry was the guy there for the Titans to bring him down after a pickup of about 3.
And nothing fancy about that play, and Rashad actually tackled him from his back.
Yeah. They'll spot the ball up at about the 42.5. The stick over there keeps bouncing back and forth about 6 inches. Now they'll settle it in. 2 receivers to the right. 2 backs alongside Parsh now on 3rd down and long. A little bit extra protection. Looks like a screen pass going to come across the middle. That's Kozura to get across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. And that's going to be it on that particular play for the Pioneers. And I want to say it was Aaron Nealon on the stop.
Yeah, and that pass was completed to Kozura. A modest pickup of 4 yards. Not going to get it done there.
No, that'll bring out the punt squad. So Kyle Ringer will trot out, and Neal, who made the tackle, will back up and return this punt. He's going to stand at about, we'll say he's going to end up at about his own 15-yard line. Ringer's had some good kicks, averaging about 45 yards in first game. High short kick. It's going to bounce inside the 25 and check back. Lorain High is going to take over at about their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, took a Lorain High bounce and just died there. It's starting to get dark here at Ely Stadium.
Yeah, it is. It's even getting dark up here where we are.
A little chilly as well.
I'm not complaining.
No, it was miserable when we first got here. Poor David Q was sweating bullets. I thought we were in Cambodia at the beginning. It was crazy hot. It reminded me of that scene from Predator. The original one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I got you. Go ahead.
How hot it looked in that scene.
It was brutal.
Yes.
Even when it was covered with mud, he was still sweating.
Yes.
8-7 Titans over the Elyria Pioneers with 8:08 left in the first half of football here from Ely Stadium. The Titans with the ball now at their own 24-yard line. Williamson, hands off. That's going to be Saunders running downhill for about a pickup of 14, maybe 15.
I tell you what, that young man, Saunders, has some bad intentions once he gets to the second level. Back to the line of scrimmage for the Titans.
Big first down there for the Titans as well. That'll be their 6th first down of this first half. I'm going to throw it. They'll flip it out. That'll be Chavis off of his slot formation, reaches back behind his shoulder, picks it up, moves forward for a pickup of about 4.
I tell you what, covering these Titans in years in the past, we've always been screaming and yelling, get these athletes, put them in a position to succeed.
Actually, a pickup of about 5 there. I stand corrected. I'm sorry. Williamson, hands off. Saunders breaks through the middle, past midfield. He's at the 35-30. Look out, he may go. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. Oh, boy. 61 yards. Boy, oh boy.
Not only does Saunders have power, he has that turbo to get to the second gear. A lot like that EcoBoost engine in those Ford vehicles.
Nice. I like that. I was waiting for a button on a game system, but I like the EcoBoost better.
Made right there in Brook Park, Ohio, baby. Let's go.
There you go. Titans are going to line up. Maybe for an extra point attempt, or are they going to go for the deuce again? Looks like they may go for the deuce, my friend.
I think it's just one of those things where they don't have a kicker, Don.
That could very well be it.
I was talking to Tim Jenkins, a coach in the area for many, many years, also proprietor of Bevins and Jenkins Insurance. He told me that that's part of the game that you're going to look for is Lorain doesn't have a kicker.
There you go. They'll line it up on the left hash, which is their option. They can put it pretty much wherever they want. Looks like it'll be Hawthorne in the backfield along with Williamson. Hawthorne will get the carry, works upfield. It's not going to happen for him. So there you go. 2-point extra point is a no-go. That'll leave the score at 14-7 in favor of the Titans. We'll step away and be right back at AM 1320 WOBL.
For too many parents, a baby's first steps aren't just a milestone. They're a miracle. A miracle made possible by volunteers like you who walk and raise money in March for Babies. Sign up today to take the steps that help make milestones and even miracles possible. Who will you march for?
Saunders will get it up on the tee, wait for the officials to whistle this one into action. Low, low driving kick over top everybody's head. It's going to bounce inside the 15. It's going to check up. It's going to be fielded at about the 1-yard line, and that'll be Price working upfield. Look out. He may go here. He's at the 30 to the 35, 40, has a blocker, hesitates there, tries to move out, gets slammed back to the 47-yard line. Huge return, risky return for Mike Church.
Yeah, opportunistic return at that. I thought it was going to check up. He was going to try to let it go into the end zone, but he could read the English on that ball. He made the smart play, and that's when you let those playmakers in open field make a play that will Price.
46-yard return. You'll take that any day of the week. Big play.
Just a big play Elyria needed. Let's see if they can get this offense going.
Their own 47-yard line.
Stats to this stat line 100 parts to this point, 2 of 8 for only 14 yards.
Got to improve that. Slot formation on the inside. Mishandles the snap. Boy, Atkinson almost had it. Looks like Lorain may have come up with it. They're pointing their way. Ball's at the 45-yard line. First down, Titans on the fumble.
Wow.
It bounced off Parsh's hands. Atkinson had an opportunity, and it's what the coaches will always yell about. Fall on it. Just get down on it. He tried to pick it up. He tried to scoop, and it looked like he might have had a play on it. Unfortunately for the Pioneers, that's a Titan ball.
Coach Fell talked about it during the interview that he has those sophomore running backs back there that just really, in his mind, learn how to run the ball at this type of Friday Night Lights, this type of intensity. So you wonder if those nerves kind of got to them at that point, Don.
Yeah, it could very well be. It's going to be Lorain High's ball at the Elyria 45. It's going to be their best starting position all game long. So first down and 10 from that mark. Williamson. 2 splits to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the offensive backfield. He's going to ride Saunders into the line. He's just going to carry guys forward out to the 40. So a pickup there of 5 on a first down carry for Saunders.
You almost wonder, that time when Lorain had the ball backed up in the first quarter at the 2-yard line, and they were able to move the ball. Was that a defining drive for this program, possibly?
I don't think there's any question about that. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Williamson in the offensive backfield again. Hands off. This time Chavis busts through the line, has first down yardage, got popped from behind. Thought he might have had the ball jarred loose, but he held on to it.
5 points of contact is what the coaches preach, and Chavis definitely took advantage of that, because if I got hit like that, that ball's coming out.
Pick up of 9 and another first down for the Titans. They seem to be moving, I don't want to say at will, but pretty doggone easy right now. First down and 10 from about the 31-yard line. No change in the formation. Handoff goes to Saunders. Bounces it outside, inside the 30 to the 25. Running the contact. He'll run out of bounds right at about the 20. Let's see if they mark it at the 25 or the 26. Looks like it's going to be the 25. So a pickup of about 6, almost 7 on that carry.
Stat update for Sherman Saunders. That's his 10th carry of the night for 109 yards.
Well, that's a nice line. Coming back from last week, he had 8 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. I think he's taken that on today and busted it wide open. Rashad Berry in the slot to the right side for the Titans. And now you notice the defensive backs here for Elyria sitting back a little bit. It's going to be a Lorain High timeout. We'll take a break as well with 6:20 left in the first half. 14-7, Lorain over Elyria.
I was the first woman ever to deploy on a Strategic Air Command deployment.
You didn't just serve your country.
I lobbied for women to be on board submarines.
You paved the way for others.
I joined the Army because I wanted a challenge.
And the challenges you face now? Your VA delivers a variety of benefits. Learn more, including how to apply online using e-benefits.
No matter what time it is, you've earned them. Apply today.
I want to welcome you back to Elyria. 6:20 left in the first half, 14-7. The Lorain High Titans over the Elyria Pioneers. Don Vincent along with Rick Amador. It's been a pretty entertaining first half if you're a Lorain fan. If you're an Elyria fan, it's pretty frustrating right now.
Yeah, you had a lot of stuff going on here tonight. If you're the Pioneers with the scoreboard,
right?
You know, teachers getting proposed to at the 20-yard line, which we'll talk about later.
Right now, Lorain's going to have it on a second down, and we'll call it 3 from the Elyria 25-yard line. Williamson looks over that defense coming off the timeout, takes the handoff on the read, gives it to Saunders. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. He dropped for a loss. Good penetration inside. Not sure who that was off the Elyria defense.
Doc Patterson.
Okay. Doc Patterson.
What a name.
So one would assume that he's related to Doc. Essentially no gain on that run. Brings up a third down and about 4. Low snap. Williamson works to his right. Nice blockers in front of him. Ducks inside, upfield, inside the 20. Has first down yardage down to about the 17-yard line. So a pickup there of about 7.
Yeah, pickup of about 7. Designed sweep there by the quarterback. He had no intention of throwing that ball.
No, not at all. If you got those big hogs out in front of you moving people, you might as well follow them upfield.
It's almost like a zone blocking scheme. They're not really going for a man. They're looking for the guy in that zone.
From about the 17-yard line, here come the Titans again on a first down inside
the Liberty Ford red zone.
There you go. Snap goes back. Chavis on the read, gets wrapped up in the offensive backfield. That'll be a loss of a couple, and I think Elyria is getting the idea on that read to watch Williamson.
Yeah, Doc Patterson said, you know what, I don't know if I like that Liberty Ford red zone. Let's get him out of here.
Pretty much did so. Dropped him for a loss of about 2. Want to welcome in the audience from WLCS. Good to have you along for the broadcast as well. Check that out on TV 20. You're listening at home right now.
This down and distance down. Play action passes there if they want it.
Second down and 12, under 5 minutes left in this first half. Williamson rides Chavis into the line, actually gives him the ball. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll be about it on a second down carry.
Picking up some of that lost yardage on that first down run. That read option is, very a lot of trickery, I should say, a lot of skill involved from the quarterback position.
Agreed. It's a tough thing to do. It's tough for the defenses as well. Third down, and we'll call it 10. It's a little bit less than that, but it's not quite 9. Williamson still calling the signals, has 2 receivers to his right, 1 split far to his left. That's going to be Mincy. Wants to throw, fires across the middle, and that one's well away from everybody. The intended receiver would have been Barry, but really covered well. Had 2 guys front and back.
Well, not only was it really covered well, Williams had tremendous pressure right in his face, bring up 4th down and about 9.
See what the Titans will do here on 4th down and 9. You don't kick the extra point. I don't imagine you're thinking field goal here.
No, they're always in 4th down territory unless they're on the opposite side of the 50.
So Williamson will have Saunders just off to his left. 2 receivers off to the left side as well, 1 to the right. Williamson's going to roll to that left side. Fires across the middle. Had a receiver there. Ball's going to fall incomplete. So on downs, the Pioneers are going to take over.
Yeah, the wide receiver was open. That was Chavis, who was running that drag route. Had enough yardage for the first down. In and out of his hands. Turnover on downs. Pioneers ball.
4:08 on the clock is what the Pioneers will have left here in the first half, or to catch back up and even to score with the Titans.
And then there was light.
Thank you. Spot the ball at the Elyria 17-yard line. Is that where we have it? Indeed. Harsh off the shotgun. Handoff right up in the middle. That'll be Atkinson. Bounces off the first would-be tackle. Bounces it outside. Works out past the 30. Driven out of bounds. You're going to spot him right at the 30. A pickup there of about 12.
Once Atkinson beat the would-be defender, he was free sailing, I should say. Only big run there.
Only the 4th first down for Elyria in this half.
Wow.
Now, granted, they didn't need it on that first scoring play, that double pass, but here you go again. First down and 10, handoff goes Atkinson again, and Titans will say, okay, we got his number as he tries to work up inside, and guess who's there? Rashad Berry.
You almost wondered, the offensive line, those last 2 runs, they seem a little bit more inspired. See if Coach Hamilton has really ripped into his offensive lineman for Elyria.
I bet he's had something to say. Second down, and we're going to call it about 7 here. Harsh wants to throw on this second down, has pressure up the middle, fires across the middle, had a receiver there, and Brendan Kazura just could not connect with him, brings up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Kazura was open early. Harsh didn't see him till late. Had a little bit of pressure at that time. Pretty incomplete pass.
And want to remind everybody, stick around for your D. Tutinelli's halftime showcase, brought to you by D. Tutinelli's Pizza in Amherst. We're passionate about our pizza. Tonight's featured band, the Lorain High Marching Titans, and the Elyria Marching Pioneers. Harsh on 3rd down and long. Fires out to the flat one. That one's going to fall incomplete as well. Intended receiver was Kyle Ringer. He was pretty well covered out there again. and on the coverage with Kevin Davis.
You got Nazir Bohannon with pressure in his face, which really disturbing Hunter Parr. She looks very uncomfortable back there. Coach Kevin Fell is not happy to this point in the game.
Well, I would say what you mentioned just a moment ago in terms of, getting into the line and taking care of that business. I'm sure that Coach Hamilton will have something to say about that. He's a pretty easygoing guy. No. He's a little on the intense side. High snap for Ringer. He'll go up and get it, punts it away. Neal's going to let it bounce at about the 30 and check up there, and that's about as good as it's going to get. So Lorain High will get the ball at their own 30-yard line with 3:18 left on the first half clock.
And I tell you what, when this game first kicked off, you had all the buzz going on this Elyria side of the field.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they expected Lorain not to bring their A game today, but we got to fight here.
And it's a one-score ball game right now. Don't think that it's over by any means. I don't think that's what you're saying.
Not at all.
But yeah, this is kind of for an analogy, it's almost a schoolyard scrap.
It is.
This guy's going to land one. This guy's going to land one. He might land another one, but you've got to respond.
It's about imposing your will.
Yeah.
At the line of scrimmage.
Here come the Titans. See if they can bring that will. They'll split off to the left side. I picked the name up of that young man. Williamson's just going to keep it on a design quarterback run. He's going to pick up about 9 out to the 39-yard line.
Got to like that pickup on first down. He also had that option down there for that pitch if he wanted to pitch it out to Hawthorne.
Kevin Davis is the wide receiver in the ball game. He'll split out to the left side of the offense. In the slot is going to be Chavis. Saunders in the offensive backfield, along with Hawthorne. Williamson waits for the snap, gets it. Lowen rides the running back, Hawthorne, into the line. He'll have first down yardage, I believe. They're spotting him at the 40. That should be enough. Officials will stop the clock. Let's take a look at it. There's the signal. First down, Titans. Pick up of 1.
Yeah, Hawthorne's not the biggest young man there, but he definitely runs hard.
Had 82 yards last week on 16 carries. Maybe not as great a set of numbers today, but effective there, picking up the first down. First and 10 from the 40 for the Titans. Williamson rolls to the right. He's going to keep again. Heads upfield, gets wrapped up and dropped from behind, but not until he picks up about 6 yards out past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Wrapping him up on the tackle was Kevin Vo, that wrestling sophomore on that defensive line.
Yeah, I referred to him as being a Sequoia, but now he's a Sequoia with wheels.
Yeah, he is.
Not only is he strong at the point of attack, but also getting downfield.
Handoff right up the middle. That'll be Saunders again. You can tell because of the yards after contact, which is one of my partner's marks here. He'll have near first down yardage. I think it's going to be a third down and really short.
Sherman likes to, once he gets to that second level, he starts pumping those legs and uses that stiff arm quite effectively.
Third and less than a yard. Williamson walked up toward the line. I want to make sure everybody was set and ready to go. Center will point out blocking patterns up front. Williamson waiting for the snap. Handoff. Saunders wants to bounce it to the left. Gets hit. Bounce off of 1. Has first down yardage past midfield. Runs one of the defenders into the ground. He'll be marked out of bounds back at about the 44-yard line. Maybe the 43. That was a bigger pickup than I thought. He needed about a half a yard. Ends up picking up about 7.
Yeah, right on cue. I talked about that stiff arm. Yeah. He uses it to spring, and his cadence or his running style, very smooth and fluid, accelerating only when he needs to.
Minute and a half left in this first half. I'd be surprised if the Titans don't try to chuck it downfield here at some point. He's going to roll to his right. Looks like he wants to throw. Pump fakes. Still working upfield. Slips one would-be tackle. Gets popped out on the edge by Smosny. He'll get run out of bounds. Williamson will pick up a yard maybe for all of his efforts.
Wow, Smosny really got away with one there. I thought Williamson had given up on that play. He took a shot going into his team's sideline. Smosny's lucky that he didn't get a penalty flag there. Dave
McFarland taking a couple steps out onto the field to make sure that either Williamson is okay or he knows what to call next. I'm not sure which. Buck 19 on a second quarter clock. It's stopped right now. Breaks up a second down and 9 for the Titans. I'll tell you right now, the Pioneers defense needs to catch their breath. Williamson wants to throw, drops straight back, fires across the middle, a little bit too tall. Had Dejon Brown breaking clear. Good coverage for a moment, but he had a step right at the end of that pattern. That was just a missed opportunity.
From our point in the booth down, you can hear the Lorain coaches pounding the desk. Again, another one. If he throws to the inside of the center hash, that's 6 again.
I think that's probably, the second or third time you've pointed that out. $1:15 on a stop, second quarter clock. Titans on a 3rd down and 9 inside Elyria territory again. Will shovel pass line it up. It's not going to be there. Williamson gets wrapped up and dropped in the backfield. Simeon Lawrence there with the first contact. A loss there of about 3 back to the 45.
Yeah, they were sending up that middle shovel pass. It didn't look like Sherman Saunders was ready for it, but you got to give a lot of credit to the down lineman of Elyria making that play.
Timeout called by the Pioneers. We'll take a break as well with the Titans up by a score 14-7. We'll be right back on AM 1320 WOBL. Seconds left on the second quarter clock here at Ely Stadium. Lorain Titans are going to kick it away. Williamson back to handle the punting duties on a 4th down at about 12. Ball spotted at the Elyria 45-yard line. Snap is back. Williamson puts it up, gets hit. Now the thing is that a personal foul penalty? What are we going to do? And I think that was the call that Lorain didn't get earlier. Running into the kicker is going to be called on Elyria.
The difference between what happened earlier and what happened there, Don, is that they did not get a piece of the ball.
See what happens here with the penalty. Flag was dropped way back at the Lorain 46. They'll step it off from the 45, and you'll mark off the 15 and give the Titans a 1st down.
One thing that we're going to have to pay attention to, Don, is it looks like the Titans only have 1 timeout remaining.
That's correct. 15-yard penalty. That's a second penalty on the Pioneers, but both of them have been 15-yard penalties in the ball game.
They have played a clean game up into that, except those 2 penalties.
1st down and 10 now for the Titans at the Elyria 30-yard line. Williamson takes the snap, drops straight back, fires, long ball, across the middle, has a receiver out on the edge. Almost a fantastic catch. Perry Mincy went up, had a defensive back immediately in front of him, and it was well covered, but the ball was coming down with an angle that he could have made a play.
Yeah, they were going after Scott Orlando on that pass attempt. Defended well by the young man. Incomplete pass.
Williamson's, numbers aren't terribly great, but effective, I guess, is the way you'd look at it. 2nd down and 10. Talk about the stats coming up at halftime, brought to you by Buckeye Community Bank as well. Williamson wants to throw again here on 2nd down and long. Fires downfield, and again, over the head of the intended receiver. That would have been Saunders. Had Barry in the middle of the field as well. Interesting, though, the way that the Elyria defensive linemen are playing this. They're not chasing Williamson in the backfield now. They're checking up about 2 or 3 yards deep.
They're just trying to keep him contained and forcing Williamson to beat him with his arm, vice his legs. That's what happens when you have the success on 1st and 2nd down on those earlier drives.
3rd down and 10 for the Titans. 42 seconds on the 1st half clock here at Ely Stadium. Brandon Sturgill split out to the left side. Handoff goes right up the middle. That's going to be Saunders. Saunders will run into contact and carry those guys forward. He'll be shy of the 1st down, but it brings up a 4th down and considerably more manageable with a pickup of about 8.
27 seconds left on the running clock, Don.
4th down and 2. 21, 20, 19 seconds. Williamson needs to get this snap off. Rides the running back inside. That's going to be Saunders. He's going to get dropped back for a loss, and that's a good defensive stand by the Pioneers. Coming up on the stop was Lawrence.
Simeon Lawrence, yes. He read that play right away.
So on downs, Lions will turn it over with 13 seconds left. Now, defensively, do you just go to the prevent basically and run a bunch of DBs deep?
You know, I would have to. I'd take, no one gets behind me, everybody plays back, give up everything underneath. Don't give up a big play here.
Elyria will take it at their own 28-yard line with those 13 ticks on the clock. Harsh hands it off right up the middle, and stopped for a loss that time was Brendan Price. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? He may have. So give him a pick up there of nothing. It's a low-scoring affair. You could have anticipated this would have been a big offensive scoring game. It has not happened as of yet.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big.
My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps them by, giving them another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Deep to receive the kickoff here for the Elyria Pioneers. Brennan Price is going to be back there along with Mike Church. Sherman Saunders has it teed up. Now, again, the kicking game, at least this portion of the kicking game for the Titans, has not been terribly effective thus far. Look for short kicks. Although I tell you, the last one to turn into a big return, I think Saunders outkicked his coverage. It'll bounce it off of one of the up guys. It's loose on the field right now. Looks like the Titans might have it. In fact, they do. Inside the 35-yard line, bounced right into the arms of one of the Titans going down on coverage. And coming away with it is going to be Carlos Chavis, the running back.
When Saunders kicked that ball, I could tell by the rotation, it looked like a Corey Kluber slider.
Yeah.
Hit right off the up guy's shoulder pads. What a start for Lorain.
No doubt about that. They're going to have the ball at the Elyria 35-yard line. That is a big, big start for the Pioneers, to say the very least. They've got the ball, for the Titans here in this second half. Great field position and a great opportunity and just, a tough break, I think, for the Pioneers. That's tough to handle. Handoff goes inside. Sherman Saunders bounces off the first would-be tackler, cuts up inside the 25, gets dragged down at about the 22-yard line. A pickup there of about 13 on a first down carry. Picks up right where he left off.
Sherman Saunders, when you look at the newspaper tomorrow, is going to get all the joy for that 13-yard tote there. But Chavis, the sophomore, what a crucial block to spring him to the outside.
Agreed. Comes up with the big takeaway and then puts together a good block. Slot formation either side. Williamson rides Saunders into the line. He's going to get stopped there. Kevin Vo, the big tackle and wrestler, says enough is enough up the middle.
Yeah, the offensive line for Lorain had no push. Yeah, as you mentioned, Vo being very stout at the point of attack.
We'll line it back up at a second down and 10. All at the 22-yard line. Did you check the 50-50 partner?
I need to check that right now.
Yeah, you do. Williamson fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, stutter step, trying to find the corner, does so, gets wrapped up and dropped at the 20 after a pickup of about a couple, but I got to tell you, I thought he was going to be stopped in the offensive backfield. That was just pure athleticism that got him to the corner.
If you look at them on their cage matchups, he's also one of the point guards on that basketball squad as well, so that kid definitely has a little bit of moves.
Split out to the near side is Dejon Brown, moving left to right across your digital tuner. Unless you're watching this on TV 20, then you know exactly where everybody's going. 10:42 on a running third quarter clock. Handoff inside. Carry that time's going to be Chavis, and he's still up before the whistles toot. And that'll be a gain of maybe one and bring up a fourth down.
That's one of those carries where you're not giving up there, but you're just trying to pick up some yards to keep yourself in a manageable position. Fourth down and about 6 yards here.
And again, this is where that lack of a kicking game can kind of hurt the Titans. Not that you'd necessarily kick a field goal here, but there's not even a threat. You got Saunders in that offensive backfield. Chavis is there as well. They're bookending Williamson. He'll take the snap, take a couple extra steps, flip it downfield, has near first down yardage. I want to say that's Brown out on the edge. He gets spun around and dropped. See where they spot it. I think they're going to spot it at about the 12, and it should be enough for a first down. Check that. That might have been Mincy on the catch. Staying corrected.
Yeah, nice. About a 6-yard hitch route there. Actually, 8-yard hitch route, enough to get the first down. You giving them 8 on that one?
We're going to give it to Mincy, and absolutely I agree with the 8. No doubt about that. 10:02 left in the third quarter. Handoff inside. Chavis is going to go nowhere that time. The Elyria interior defense there to shut him down.
Kevin Vo with that stick again. Just barely getting a fingertip on that jersey, yanking him back for the tackle.
Loss of a couple. Back it up to, let's see where they're going to spot this, about the 14-yard line, so a loss of 2 there. Brings up a second down and 12. 2 receivers to the right side in the slot is Rashad Berry. Look for him to become a target at some point. Pump fake by Williamson, works upfield, still might want to pitch it, gets down to about the 10-yard line, horse collared down, gets his jersey about ripped off, and they'll mark him exactly at the 10. I want to say at the 10, the official on the far side. So a pickup there of maybe 3.
Yeah, basically picking up the yards that were lost on first down.
3rd down and 9. 9-10 on a running third quarter clock. Chavis comes in with the play, passes it off to Williamson. That'll send Rashad Berry off into the slot to the left side. Single receiver on the right side is Brown. Williamson takes the shotgun snap, rolls left, pressure up the middle, is wrapped up, dropped, he's going nowhere. They'll wrap him up and drop him back at the 25. I think they'll spot him at the 20 for a loss there of 10.
Got to question that play call there, Don. You know, you're in that position, you're in that green area, that red zone area, that Liberty Ford red zone area at that, and you'd like to see something maybe more of a drop back, read the coverage. You had man-to-man across the board. Let your guys make a play.
Well, the defensive line for Elyria, I think, has become much more active, and they're penetrating to 5 and then making up their mind there. So I think that's something that the offensive coordinator needs to take a look at for Lorain. They're going to fire toward the end zone, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Intended receiver was Mincy. That was a timing pattern. Well covered out on the edge there, and I'm looking for the number on the young man that was out there. I want to say that was Kyle Jackson. Nope. Who was that?
Shamar Lucky.
All right. Lucky did a nice job there. Got to the point where the ball was going to be and just busted it up from that point. So on downs, the Pioneers are going to take over. They survived that terror of a kickoff return. They've got the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Can Elyria respond?
Part of the question, Parsh, hands off inside. That's Atkinson, look out. He may have some room here out to the 40 before he gets caught and wrapped. Neal gets out there and brings it down along with Sam McGuigan, but not before he picks up 20.
Wow, nice quick hitter there. Well, what the key to that play was the left tackle for Elyria did a great job sealing Rashad Berry there to spring that big run.
Brendan Price is going to trot on with the play from the Elyria sideline. Now look for them to make some statements early here in this second half. The offense kind of stuttered in that first half. We'll see if the Pioneer offense can pick it back up. Price going nowhere. Boy, coming up, Sterling Jeffries from his linebacker position and from his defensive end position, Rashad Berry said enough of that. They're only going to mark it a loss of 1, though.
Yeah, Jeffries did a great job reading his keys, and from his Mike Backer position, he's reading those guards. He's seen that hole open. He just penetrated, made the play.
2nd down and 11. Ball spotted at the Elyria 39-yard line. Parsh flips it out to the near side, a little bit of a screen pass, finds Schneider. Schneider will get outside the 45 to the 46, pick up a 7. He's going to be a few yards short of the first down. Nick needs midfield.
Yeah, I like that play call there by Coach Kevin Fell. A short, safe pass to Schneider, one of the sure-handed receivers on the squad, to really just try to get Parsh's confidence up and going.
3rd down and 4 from the 46-yard line. Parsh flips it out again, same screen, finds Schneider, who'll get to midfield, should have first down yardage. They've gone to it twice, and it's been effective.
Same play. Hey, you're going to give me 7 yards. I'm going to take it this time, get 5, get a first down.
Spotted right at midfield, first down for the Pioneers.
They got to move the change down, so we have a little bit of time out here.
Reminder, everybody, you can check this game out later if you like. All of our games are simulcast and archived online at LorainCounty.com. Just point your browser, LorainCounty.com/WOBL. You can check it out later if you like. Handoff inside, second back through is Price. He'll work upfield, give him a pickup of about 3 to the Lorain High 47. That's going to be about it.
Yeah, Aaron Huff came up from his Mike Backer position and laid the stick there, tackling down Price.
2nd and 7. You might be able to hear some of the coaches immediately off to our right here. Price will step off to the right side. Parsh rolls that way, fires downfield, has the receiver. That's going to be Ringer. Ringer will have first down yardage plus. Give him a pickup of about 12. Ends up spotting it down about the 30. Where are they going to put it? The 37. So actually a pickup of about 10.
That's Ringer's first reception on the night. You can see Hunter Parsh's confidence growing. 3 for 3 on this drive.
Ringer had 7 catches last week for 96 yards, so certainly lost here early on in this ball game. Handoff inside Atkinson, wrapped up, no dice, going nowhere. Sterling Jeffries was in on that. Rashad Berry was the first to make contact and really made the play.
You know, a lot of people in the area have been asking, when is Rashad Berry going to have that breakout game? Tonight might be the night. That's his 3rd or 4th time we call this young man's name.
Yeah. Plus he's made a couple catches as well. He's a strong young man. They'll fire the ball out to the far right side. Kozier there with the catch. He'll work up with the upfield, and you're saying there's a flag on the play. It's in the middle of the field. Actually, right around the line of scrimmage.
And there's also in front of the Lorain side. And it looked like we had an illegal block, and then late might have a personal foul on the Titans. We'll see what's going to happen. These flags might offset each other, Don.
I guess part of the question is going to be if there is a personal foul, is it live or is it dead ball? Because it changes the way they kind of work. The officials pointing at both sides here, trying to figure it out. They had a little bit of a conference earlier on. Holding is going to be called on Elyria.
I seen the little extracurriculars happen after the fact, and I seen the flag come out, but it looked like maybe the referee was just...
And yeah, there were two flags, but they were in different places.
One on the sideline, and one over towards the middle of the field, where the spot of holding usually is thrown.
Third penalty for 40 yards marked against the Pioneers, going to bring up a second down, and we'll call it about 18 here. 5:55, clock stopped here in the third quarter. On Vince along with Rick Amador. Good to be with you on a Friday night. Good to be with you looking at football any night.
Oh, you can't get any better than this.
Schneider's going to be in the slot here for the Pioneers. Split off to the left side is Micah Price. Haven't called his name yet. Harsh wants to throw. Back in the pocket. Gets flushed. Coming from behind. Gets wrapped up and dragged down from behind. Well done by Nazir Bohannon. The big feller got some wheels.
That closing speed. You can't coach that, Don. He was actually got upfield, penetrated too far, was able to come back from his end position to make the play.
I think Parsh ends up picking up about a yard. That's going to be all there is to that. Brings up a third down. And we'll call it 17 now. Give him that yard. Big opportunity here for both squads. Really a necessary one for the Pioneers. Parsh wants to throw, drops straight back, has pressure up the middle, flips out a little bit of a screen. Atkinson gets it, gets hit immediately by Neal. He'll come up and knock him down at about the 42-yard line. Doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Aaron Neal did a great job from his monster back position. He's seeing the lineman blocking soft. He read screen right away, sniffed that thing out for a minimal gain.
Fourth down at about 14. Dropping back to field, the punt will be Perry Mincy. For the Lorain High Titans, Kyle Ringer, wide receiver, back to kick it away. High snap again. He'll go ahead and kick it away. High kick, angled toward the sideline and out of bounds. And we'll stop it there and see where we're going to spot this. It'll be Lorain High ball when we come back, and have a little bit of a special guest as soon as we get the headphones on. Stacy Starr. We'll take care of the business on the field here in just a second. Stacy, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Well, I tell you what, we've got a couple things here, and I appreciate you coming up and talking to us. Yes. First things first, though, and the reason we asked you to come up and talk to us was this lovely scoreboard down here at the end. If folks don't know, Stacy was the teacher selected on Live with Kelly and Michael.
That's correct.
Officially the best in the country.
Yes, that is correct.
That's
Thanks to everybody out here. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic.
Very cool.
Oh, to say cool is an understatement. It was a fantastic honor, I'm sure. How did it feel when that actually happened?
It was an out-of-body experience. It was completely shocking. I didn't even know I was nominated. It was the best moment of my life. I'd say that.
Now, as you went through that process and you won the awards, you said that there was a lot of support from folks out here. I mean, and I would imagine there continues to be that level of support.
Yes, absolutely. They are continuing to support throughout this time. I lost my mother recently, and the community has supported me around that as well. So coming out here today and seeing the scoreboard and everybody packed in these stands has been awesome.
We'll talk about that scoreboard. A sideline warning was flagged on the Titans, so they're going to be backed up for that following the kick. I'm trying to mark stuff down as Stacy and I are chatting. That'll be their fourth penalty for 30 yards in the ballgame. So I was out here on, I want to say, Tuesday when the scoreboard was delivered. Now, did you get to come out and look at it when it was down in pieces parts? Or
I kept sneaking over to see it as it was being assembled because I was so anxious to see what the final product would look like. So, yeah, I did come out each day to see how far each step was as it was coming along.
We're going to continue to talk to Stacy. Right now, we're going to get back to some of the action with 4:30 left in the third quarter. Williamson at quarterback right now. Hands off inside. That's Sherman. Has a big gainer right up the middle. He'll get out past the 30 to about the 33. 33, maybe 34-yard line. A pickup there. We're going to call it about 15 on a first down carry. Now, Stacy, this scoreboard, was it everything you anticipated it would be? It's pretty cool.
It's even better. I love the PD on top and the Pioneers.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Pretty cool. It's even better than what I thought it would be. So I'm excited.
First down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Snap goes to Williamson. Handoff goes inside again. The Elyria defense is having absolutely none of that. Coming up on the stop, Mike Smosny along with some other red helmets. A loss there for the Titans of about a yard. The other big part of the picture is you got the scoreboard, and that's exciting. But then there was this little presentation down at about the 20-yard line in the pregame show that some guy named Tony Brown that you know got down on a knee.
He did in front of the whole Pioneer pack.
Did you say yes?
I did.
Good for him.
Well, I had to. The whole crowd was saying Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown, so I couldn't say no. Yeah, no, that was extremely shocking, but.
There's a timeout on the field right now, and Country Joe's going to shoot me when I get back to the studio tonight, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep it right here, and we're going to talk to Stacy a little bit more. You know, it's great to have the opportunity to talk to you. It's neat, number one, that he did it here, you know, where everyone's around. But it does speak about the community here at Elyria that, you know, there were so many people saying, yeah, and they know him and they know you and they're excited for you.
Yes. Well, we both coached in the district. He coaches football at Westwood. He's the head track coach at Elyria High. I've coached 3 sports in the district, football, basketball, and track as well. I coach at the high school track, so it's really important. The kids are important to us.
Sure.
So to do it in front of all of them, that was pretty cool. That's something I'll remember for a lifetime, and that's what he said. You know, he wanted me to remember for a lifetime. So.
I have no doubt that both you and he will remember that.
Awesome.
Every time you look at that scoreboard, come back out to the field. How cool is that?
It is so cool. Today is just phenomenal.
It's a great day, isn't it?
It is a great day. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Stacy, I know you've got other things to do. I appreciate the fact that you came up and you spent some time with us. Congratulations on the award, the scoreboard. Congratulations on your engagement. Very happy to congratulate you on that as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Stacy Starr / To-Be Brown.
Right, I like it.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. Back to the action, a little quick flip pass following the timeout for the Titans. They're going to pick up about 6 yards out to the 40-yard line and really put it together nicely.
Little does a lot of people know, but the people listening know that Stacy's actually from Lorain. So she's torn right now.
Well, she's rooting pretty hard for the Pioneers.
She is. She's all in. I'll tell you that, folks.
All right, third down at about 4 here for the Pioneers for the Titans rather from the 40-yard line. I'm getting confused now talking to Stacy. Williamson in that shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, little misdirection. He's going to tuck it and head upfield. He's going to be shy of the first down. Give him a pickup of about 2 out past the 40 to the 41.
Maybe 1 yard on that. But that previous play before that flare pass, as you were talking to Stacy, out to Barry in the flats, great athletic one-handed catch. He was able to tap it to himself to pick up a modest gain on second down. But we're at 4th down now and short.
And they're not going to kick it away, even though they're on their own side of things. Look for the hard count here on 4th down and 2. Williamson has backs on either side and bookending him. If they do run it, they just may dive this right up the middle. Nope, they're going to work out to the right side option. Williamson cuts inside. First down yardage out to the 45-yard line. Needed about 1.5 yards, ends up picking up 3 in a first down.
Nice play call by Coach McFarland there. His lineman had that soft set. I thought they were going to call a hard count. Snapped the ball, picked up the first down.
Clock continues to run at just over 2.5 minutes left in this third quarter. 14-7 in favor of the Titans over the Pioneers. And this has been it's been a fast-moving third quarter. I could count the plays on about, well, if I took off my shoes, I could use my toes. Here comes Saunders, breaks through the middle. This one's going to come back, though. Flag dropped. He'll pick up about 10, but the flag's dropped right in the middle of the offensive line. There's the preliminary signal. Back it up, and Coach McFarland about 10 steps out onto the field. The official, the white hat, saying, he hooked him. He hooked him.
Yeah.
He's hooking Rock.
The referee is just looking for those type of infractions on the field. He had to throw the flag on that one.
5th penalty, 40 yards dropped on the Titans in this ball game. Boy, it's nice of Stacy to stop by, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, we had a chance.
Cool.
I had a chance to talk to her before the game. She was more than willing to come up here. You know, she's a big star now in the county, and she didn't have to do that.
I get it. Play on words.
Yeah. No pun intended.
No pun intended. All right. First down and 10 for the Titans. Ball's going to be spotted about their own 35-yard line. They need the other side of the 50. They're going to throw it from the pocket. Williamson flushed out, tries to work upfield, avoids one would-be tackler. A second one, rolling to the near sideline, hesitates there, still on his feet, gets wrapped up. No, they're going to say his knee hit back at the 32-yard line before he gets unceremoniously dumped back at the 25-yard line. If Isaac Miller was back there and made the tackle, if you're a Lorain High fan, you're saying the whistle blew, stop the play. If you're an Elyria fan, boy, put that guy down.
Yeah, it was pretty close there, but you know the refs are letting these guys play on both sides of the ball. It's been pretty clean for the most part, Don.
Loss of 2 for all of that work by Williamson. He'll end up giving up a couple yards. Trotting onto the field is John Travis Hawthorne. He'll have the play. That'll put Chavis into the slot and take, interestingly enough, Rashad Berry off the field on this 2nd down and 22.
Look for the screen.
Williamson, hands off, right up the middle. That'll be Hawthorne. He'll bust out across the 35 to about the 38. Quick pickup of about 5.
There's no way possibly Coach Mafaro is going to go for it in this situation, is there?
Well, he's still got another play to think about. It's 3rd down, and we're going to call it 17. I would think not. If they don't pick it up here, I would think they'd kick it away. But you know what, Rick? I've been wrong before. I've been wrong lots. And yet they still let me work. Thank you very much, Brian Dietz. Less than a minute left in this 3rd quarter. 14-7, still in the favor of the Titans. And that running play is going to go nowhere. That'll pick up a yard. That's going to be about it for Hawthorne. In on the stop was a number of different folks, not the least of which was Daryl Hammonds.
Yeah, the down linemen for Elyria are doing a great job, you know, getting rid of their guy and making plays up front. Not really calling the linebackers too much tonight.
You're right. It's either the DBs or the line.
Yeah.
Looks like the Titans are going to go ahead and kick it away. Williamson back there to handle those responsibilities. Schneider and Price back to handle the return. High snap to Williamson. Flag comes flying. That one's blocked. The line of scrimmage, ball still on the ground. Lorain High will cover it, but it won't much matter. This flag is way back here, though, so it's going to be interesting to see. I would think procedure on the Titans, which would be declined, and it is, give the block punt credit to the Pioneers. And I don't know who got in there and got a hand on it, but it was pretty effective nonetheless. I have a feeling it was Smosny.
Yeah, I didn't catch that number either, Don, because I was watching to see what happened with that ball. And it was luckily for Lorain, it wasn't scooped and ran the other way.
Well, unfortunately for Lorain, and positive for the Pioneers now, and there's a timeout from Elyria with 4 seconds left. All right, we'll take a break as well. We'll be right back. AM 1320 WOBL.
Is your child's sports performance inconsistent? Does she seem to be a few steps behind the soccer ball? Is he swinging early or late at the baseball? An eye coordination problem could be at the root of your child's difficulties. Vision screenings can be misleading because they are not designed to test all of the visual skills necessary for sports performance or for reading and learning. For more information on sports and vision, visit the website for the College of Optometrist and Vision Development at covd.org.
First down and 10 for the Pioneers at the Lorain High 42-yard line. 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Parsh rolls to his left, fires backside across the middle. Ringer there, got tripped up by one of the defensive backs for Lorain. They're not going to drop a flag, but there are double zeros on the board right now, which means we get to take another break. 4th quarter coming your way. 12 more minutes. Lorain High up 14-7 over the Elyria Pioneers. We'll be right back.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Welcome back to Ely Stadium. Here in the heart of Elyria, or at least the southern heart of Elyria, not quite downtown.
Right before the change of the quarter, I really like that call by Coach Kevin Feld right before the change at going up top.
Yeah, coming to the backside.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 3 receivers left. Parsh does. 1 receiver to the right side now. That'll be Ringer. Single back alongside. Little misdirection. Handoff goes to Atkinson up the middle. Works off to the right side. He'll bust his way forward for a pickup of about 7 on that second down carry. Brings up a 3rd down and manageable now.
Yeah, that's the 12th carry for Atkinson, 67 yards, 5.5 yards per carry average. The sophomore definitely runs hard, and he definitely runs a little erect. You'd like to see that get that pad level a little bit lower, but I'm not complaining.
In time, that may come. He's going to get another opportunity here. He gets hit almost immediately, wrapped up, and I want to say that was Barry. I would be wrong, though. That was Robert Orsler. Orsler last year was part of the quarterback tandem for Lorain High. I think they moved him more to a natural position now and put him in a place where he can use some of that strength.
Yeah, Coach McFarland does have him listed as our backup quarterback, but primarily on defense.
Loss of a couple on that one. Parsh wants to throw, fires across the middle, has Ringer, look out, he may go. Defensive back fell down, picked it up at the 20 into the end zone. Touchdown, Elyria.
One-handed snag by Ringer to the house for 6.
36-yard touchdown catch for Ringer, and all he had to do once that defensive back made contact and fell was make sure you catch the ball. He did that and took it in for the 6.
If I'm Coach McFarland, I'm asking to check his gloves, see if he doesn't have stickum on those things.
1-point lead now for the Titans, and the Pioneers with an opportunity here as Scott Pegg steps on for the extra point attempt. 2 of 3 on the season coming into today's game. Got one earlier, almost blocked, and that one's going to be a no-go off to the left side. The cannon went off anyway. That's going to leave the score 14-13 in favor of Lorain High. We'll step away and be right back on AM 1320 WOBL.
Listen to me. I have 30 seconds.
What did you know about me?
About being a kid with a disability.
I am a joker.
I am a songwriter.
And I'm here to learn.
I am a girl who likes math and science.
I am Coach Random Detroit. Hey, I'm speaking up. And I am not. And I am not.
And I am not going to be bullied. Got it?
Give you the drive summary here in just a minute. Right now, the Pioneers have the ball teed up at the 40-yard line for the Titans. Mincy and Hawthorne deep to receive. 11:02 left in the ball game. Titans with a 14-13 lead on the missed extra point. That could be big. That touchdown certainly was big. Chop of a kick will be fielded at about the 13-yard line. Looks like that's going to be Mincy. Tries to break it outside the right side. Has some blockers out there, including Barry. Gets wrapped up and dropped at about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. Take a look at that drive summary. 1:02 off the clock for the Elyria Pioneers. 4 plays, 42 yards. Ended up with Ringer taking it in with a beautiful one-handed catch from 36 yards out for the scores. Our drive summaries all season long are brought to you by Wendy's. When you're on your way home from tonight's game, stop by one of your local Wendy's. Wendy's. Quality is our recipe.
Now here's a question, Don. Can Lorain answer that scoring drive by Elyria?
Heck of a question. They've got 10:54 on the clock, and if they don't answer, can they hold on to a 1-point lead, which is just as a big a question, I would think. Williamson in the offensive backfield, along with 2 other running backs. He's going to hand off. That'll be Hawthorne working right side, dragging people forward, and will pick up 2 yards. That's going to be about it. Out past the 30 to the 31. That inside running game has been effectively shut down by the Pioneers here, latter parts of the second half.
Yeah, that last run, it's almost looks like a draw where they let the ends get way upfield where Hawthorne's getting the ball underneath, but the interior linemen are doing a good job shutting that off.
2nd down and 8 from the 20, or actually from the 31-yard line. Williamson, 2 backs alongside. Little read option, flip, comes out to Saunders, wants to find the edge, tucks inside, nice footwork there, still dragging forward, gets out to about the 38, maybe 39-yard line. This may be close to bringing the sticks out onto the field.
That's going to be real close, but Don, from my angle, they're going to have to measure that.
It's going to be close. The official steps it off, picks it up, and walks it in. So with that being said, they're not going to measure it. If he's picking it up and moving, it'll bring up a 3rd down, what, about a foot, maybe?
If that.
It's going to be about it. I would anticipate Williamson keeping it or handing off to Saunders again. He's in that offensive backfield. The other back there is Carlos Chavis. Man in motion is Rashad Berry. He's going to slow down right behind the offensive line. Williamson, play action, bounces back, bounces off of one would-be tackler, gets wrapped up by another, still working forward, dragged down at the 35, maybe 36-yard line for a loss of about 3. I'm not so sure about that.
Don, I like the idea. Just bad execution of the play.
That could be it. It's going to bring the punt squad on for Lorain High, and they're going to give it back to Elyria, and they should end up with some, excuse me, decent field position. Deep to handle the kick, Brad Schneider, along with Micah Price. Williamson handles the punting duties for Lorain High. Snap is good. It's a little slow, but it's good. He'll get into it. Nice, high, driving kick. Bounces it, lands inside the 20. Checks up there, still rolling inside the 15, down to the 12. Nice punt. There's some chatter along the Elyria fans because Price got knocked down, but he's fair game down there at that point. If they can knock him into the ball, that's a turnover. Big punt there by Williamson.
Yeah, and it was one of those things that in the beginning of the game, like we were talking pregame, Elyria didn't think he could kick it that far.
Right.
He's proved them wrong.
We'll spot him at the Elyria 11-yard line. See what Parsh can do here. Hunter is a gamer, to say the least. So don't be surprised if he doesn't do something fantastic here like he did last time. He wants to throw, drops back off the shotgun, gets pressure from his backside, rolls, gets wrapped up, gets dropped. Nazir Bohannon will shut that down back at about the 5-yard line. A loss there, actually going to mark it at the 6, so a loss there of about 5.
We talked about breakout games. Bohannon with the big tackle.
Absolutely agreed. He's had a couple big ones, and he's doing that from a tackle position. You don't expect those guys to make a boatload of chase down tackles.
Comes from a great gene pool. Norman Bohannon, his father and grandfather, good ball players in the area.
Taking a 15, high snap, and boy, pressure right up the middle. They'll get the ball off. Parsh had to go high for the snap, push the ball forward to what should have been a screen receiver, and I think they're giving him credit on the catch. Was it incomplete or complete? Spotting it at the 7, I'm not quite sure if it was complete or not. I'm going to call it incomplete because it actually doesn't matter. It's much of nothing. Parsh rolling in the end zone, fires out toward the flat, has Ringer. He gets hit at about the 11, slung down following that. Nice job coming up on pressure by Robert Ursula.
Robert Ursula, we were talking about him playing more of a natural position, almost like a monster / rover back end in this Lorain High Titan multiple front defense coached by Jeremy Wilt. Impressive stand for the defense. Aaron Neal back to set to receive the punt.
They're going to call it, by the way, that was a pickup of 4. That pass had to be complete because they picked up an extra yard along the way. I'm just not sure who caught it. I want to say that it was probably Atkinson. They're going to have to punt it away here, though. So Ringer in his own end zone brings this one off to the right side. It's going to bounce at the 40 and then immediately out of bounds. Should be out at about the 42. Yep, there you go. Hey, I got one right.
There you go.
What do you think of that? Somebody call the newspapers.
I think we should go to the horseshoe.
Well, how about this? Lorain High now, and they've sputtered their last couple offensive possessions, now has phenomenal field position.
If you're Coach Dave McFarland, how can you not want to lean on Sherman Saunders, who's been your most effective ball carrier tonight?
By a bunch. We'll get his numbers here for you in a second. We'll certainly have those after the game for you as well. Brought to you by Buckeye Community Bank. First down and 10 from the Elyria 42-yard line. Williamson hands off inside. Chavis busts through. He'll work down inside the 40 to about the 35-yard line. A pickup there, a quick pickup of about 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, they're going to give him 8 yards on that carry. And a 7:26 running clock.
That's the other part of this equation for Lorain High. You want to make sure that thing's running. It's stopped right now. I'm not quite sure why it stopped. I haven't seen one.
And actually give him only 7 on that one, Don.
They'll spot him at the 35-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 3. Now they'll wind the clock. 2 receivers to the right. Brown split to the left, handoff inside. Saunders gets wrapped up almost immediately. Gain of a couple inches, maybe. That's going to be it.
And if you people listening at home and on WLCS, you can hear the Lorain coaches employing run to the left, run to the left. and then they ran to the right on that one.
7 minutes left in this one. It's a tight ball game. It's a 1-point difference here with 6:55 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what we wanted if we wanted this rivalry to rekindle.
You're absolutely right. Third down and short for Lorain. Williamson flips it out into the flat. That's going to be Rashad Berry. Skips over one would-be tackler on the run into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans! From 35 yards out. Boy, I tell you what, there's the athleticism of Rashad Berry. Leaps over a would-be tackler, sprints into the end zone for the score.
I'm speechless right now, Don. You get the guy in a position to succeed in the flats, gets open field, no dancing, got those shoulders square to the end zone, 6.
Big guy like that's got some wheels, too. Getting up that sideline took him no time at all. Big score there for the Titans, makes it 20-13. Now, if they get the extra point, it becomes an even bigger deal, and we can talk about the point differential here in a second. They're going to go for the deuce, which is what they do all the time. Line up, standard backfield. Looks like it's going to be Neal and Saunders in the backfield. Berry in motion, stops behind the left tackle. Handoff goes Saunders, left side, follows the big feller toward the end zone. I'm not thinking he got there. The far side says yes, near side says yes. Put 2 more up on the board. That'll make it 22-13 in favor of the Titans. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back on AM 1320 WOBL.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
6:39 left in the ball game, 22-13. That 2-point extra point, Rick, it really makes a big difference now. It changes what you've got to do scoring-wise if you're the Pioneers.
Yeah, you're really 2 scores down now, Don.
You get the score, that'll give you 6. And extra point makes it 7. You go for the 2, that makes it 8. That still leaves you a point short.
Exactly.
We'll have to keep an eye on that, and certainly the Pioneers not in an enviable position right now. 6:39 on the clock. Ball was on the tee. It falls off. We'll go ahead and give you the drive summary. 3 plays, 42 yards, 58 seconds off the clock. So much for running time off. Berry takes it in from 35 yards out. Quick little pass. Wasn't intended to be anything huge. He turned it into something big. He turned it into 6. Low, driving kick along the ground, a bit of a squib kick. Going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line. Look out, coming to the near side. It's Mike Church, slips one would-be tackler, gets out to the 40, wrapped up and dropped at about the 42. And that's going to be it. And I tell you what, the hitting has not slowed down at all. In fact, maybe it's picked up here in the latter part of this ball game.
Yeah, the physicality, started off at the line of scrimmage, starting off that second half, and it's continued right over. In the beginning of the second half is carried over into this fourth quarter.
Actually gets spotted at the Elyria 44-yard line. 6:32 left in the ball game.
Great return there by the
agreed.
The returner there.
Well, Mike Church got that one on the squib kick up the middle and took it right up along the near side. Apparently there was a timeout that I missed. Sorry about that. Apologize. Want to remind everybody you can check this game out later if you like, because all of our football broadcasts are simulcast and archived on the internet at LorainCounty.com. Set your browser to LorainCounty.com/WOBL. LorainCounty.com. It's all about Lorain County.
It's all about you.
Join your neighbors and log on today. Don't forget, you can also check this game out on TV 20 WLCS. Check them out online. Most of these are available on YouTube as well. I'd have to check with with Joe Bach to make sure. He'll have it for you on YouTube, so you can check it out there as well. 6:32 left in this one.
What I really enjoy is how they archive the games and play them at like 2 o'clock in the morning for Insomnia Theater. I love it.
He throws in those classic games once in a while,
That's what I
too.
like, the nostalgic throwbacks.
All right, 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Parsh wants to flip out to the near side. There should be a flag, and 2 of them come in as the defensive back got tied up with the would-be receiver. I don't think that there was intentional contact, but that's just 2 guys in the same place at the same time. You got to drop the flag.
Yeah, Robert Orsler, his guy actually beat him on that route, on that out route. He could do nothing but grab that jersey.
15-yard penalty is going to be stepped off. That'll make it fourth penalty on the Titans for 45 yards. Neither one of those numbers are terrible, except that you move from the Elyria side of the field onto the Lorain side of the field, and that changes things a little bit. Receiver split to either side. Atkinson tries the left side of the line, gets hit, works forward, gets hit again, and one of the gentlemen lost a helmet. That would be, I want to say, Jeffrey, so he's going to have to step over to the sideline for just a minute. They'll have to bring somebody else in, and it looks like reporting in for him is going to be Aaron McDowell.
You know, if you're Coach Fell, you got to keep feeding the ball to Atkinson. 13 carries for 73 yards.
Picked up 5 on that one, brings up a 2nd down and 5 from the 41-yard line of Lorain High. Parsh with 2 receivers left. Boy, one of the receivers may have left a little bit early. They're going to try to go long. He's there, and just really lucky defensive coverage there by Aaron Neal, running toward the receiver that had gotten by him, and the ball ends up hitting him in the back.
Aaron Neal got lucky on that one, Don.
Yes, he did.
That ball was underthrown. If he leads the receiver, that's 6, and we have a different game.
Very different ball game. Right now, 5:49 left. 22-13 in favor of Lorain High. 3rd down and 5. Parsh makes the handoff up the middle. 2nd back through is going to be Micah Price, and Price is going to be dropped shy.
Aaron Huff with a huge tackle. That shoestring tackle preventing the 1st down there. 4th down and short, Don.
Pick up a 4, brings up a 4th down and a long one. Atkinson, look for him to get the ball. He's in the offensive backfield right next to Parsh, actually on his right side. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left.
Count.
5:21 on a running game clock. There's Atkinson, gets met,
Jeffries
gets knocked backwards. That is going to be a loss, and that is a huge play. Sterling Jeffries had to come off the sideline for a play, pops back in, and lays the lick.
If you're going to turn this program around, it takes plays like that, from players like that, to change this thing around.
That was a pop. Let alone, just a great play to be there, but then to form up the tackle like that.
We talked about him reading his keys. He has been reading the keys all game. When that guard pulls, he's going right behind his tail, blowing up that play in the backfield for the Titans.
From Lorain 35, the Titans are going to take back over on a 1st down and 10. 5:13 left in the ball game. Boy, you hate to think that one play is going to shift the tide in this one so dramatically, but it may put the ball right back in Lorain's hands. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Williamson in the offensive backfield. Handoff up the middle. Saunders bolts through across the 40 out to about the 43-yard line. A pickup. They're going to spot actually the 42, maybe 43. 43. Give him a pickup of 8.
Whenever you see those gashing runs like that on 1st down, you got to give credit to the offensive lineman. Seth Billings, the left guard. Tyler Schneider, the center, and Tony Schaefer, the right guard.
Look at his numbers.
Yeah, video game like, and we'll talk about that after this next play.
Oh my. 2nd down and 3 from the 42-yard line for the Titans. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hey, this Pioneers defense has got to be a little gassed.
Been on the field way too long.
Handoff inside, Saunders again. He'll bounce off one would-be tackler, dive forward, has 1st down yardage, plus a little bit extra. They'll mark him out to the 46-yard line. That'll be another 1st down.
After a game where he only had 8 carries last week, Sherman Saunders is totaled about 23 times for 166 yards.
Listed as a starting slot back, moved in about halfway through the 1st quarter.
That's about right.
Got into the offensive backfield, and it certainly paid dividends for the Titans. Two receivers on either side. Williamson in the backfield. Saunders is alongside. Now he was on the right. Now will wander over to the left. The Titans looking to start burning some time. Wait for the hand to go up. Saunders, handoff right up the middle. Give him a pickup of about 2. Now the problem with that for Lorain is their pace has been pretty quick throughout the game. Now they're going to try to slow it down and burn some time. Does that upset the blocking?
You know, I don't think so, Don. Not in this situation. I think Coach Dave McFarland's team knows what's on the line. They know what to expect. As soon as they see the back judge's arm goes up, that's when they're going to snap the ball.
Williamson doing nothing but looking at that official right now. He's directly in front of him on 2nd down and 8 from the 46-yard line. There the hand goes up. Now we'll call for the ball. Takes it, hands off. That'll be Saunders again. He's on the outside, 40, 35, 30. He's on the sprint along the sideline. Tiptoeing, still on his feet at the 5. Lays a lick at the 3. Goes into the end zone. No, they're going to mark him out at the half-yard line. Oh, boy, did you see the lick he laid tiptoeing down along the sideline?
Big time hit. Sherman Saunders tiptoeing, looking like a ballerina on the end line. Woo!
My, oh, my.
Big time run.
Yeah, slot back my left eyeball.
I think someone got a message after only getting the ball 8 times last week, and he's inspired.
And looks to be a timeout on the field with 3:16 left in the ball game. We'll take a break as well. 22-13, Lorain over Elyria. We'll be right back. I want to welcome you back here to Ely Stadium, and with 3:16 left on the clock, somebody spotted lightning. So they're sending the teams to the locker rooms right now, but the rule is if you see it, you send the teams to the locker room. So they're going to take care of that right now. I want to give you the situation. It's 22-13. Oh, there's a big storm coming our way. Set the situation for you so you know where we are. 3:16 left in the ball game. Lorain's up 22-13. They'll have the ball, 1st down and goal at about the half-yard line following a 52-yard run by Sherman Saunders. We'll send you back to the studio right now.
You cannot stop a tornado. You cannot shift its direction. A tornado is a force of nature, but so are you. If you find yourself in a path of severe weather, there's plenty you can do to protect yourself and your family. Immediately go to shelter, and then with a text, a status update, or a tweet, you can alert your social network about the coming threat. Visit NOAA.gov/WRN to learn how you can be a force of nature in the face of severe weather. Send a message. Save a life. Be a force of nature.
Got the word. By mutual agreement, the coaches got together with 3:16 left on the clock. Lightning continues to flash in the sky just north of the stadium, but at 22-13, the coaches got together, mutually agreed to end the game. So the final, Lorain High is going to win 22-13 over the Elyria Pioneers. We've got our guy, Rick Amador, heading down toward the field to see if he can get a word in with a couple of the victorious Lorain High Titans as we go into our post-game show now. We'll get the stats for you here in just a little bit as well. Rick, if you've got somebody, go right ahead.
Guys, I'm joined with Sterling Jeffries and Rashad Berry. We've been covering these young guys, especially Rashad, since he was in the 7th and 8th grade. Rashad, how does it feel to get such a great victory on the road against the Elyria Pioneers?
It feels great, man. We've been working hard all week in practice, and we just wanted it that bad, so we just played our hearts out.
Rashad, you had a crucial, game-changing 35-yard touchdown reception. That play we really hadn't seen all night from you guys. Is that something that you just called in that situation?
We've been had that play, but my coach just decided to run it, and I just made it happen.
And also on the defensive side of the ball, I have Sterling Jeffries here and Rashad, who both played a heck of a game on the defensive side of the ball. That crucial 4th down stop. Talk to us about that play.
All week we've been repping their stuff, dive. That's all they did. Saw the formation, sniffed it out. When they checked to the sideline, saw it coming, and that's just it. Got made the play.
That's a perfect example when great coaching and great playmaking meet. Now, as far as their offense is concerned, did they do anything different, or did everything that Coach Wilt, everything that Coach Huff put in, did you guys expect everything you've seen tonight?
Only thing was a trick play. We did that once Wednesday and Thursday, but that was the only thing really different they did.
Guys, great game. Go in that locker room, celebrate with the rest of the team.
Thanks.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get a word with Sherman here.
Go right ahead. Grab him and go ahead and talk to him. He's certainly put together a great performance today following a week when, you know, he probably didn't get exactly what he thought he should get or would get earlier in the week, and certainly has done a nice job bringing it back together here. Take a look at your Buckeye.
Don, I got him right now.
Go for it.
Talking about Sherman Saunders here. What a game by you, young man. Stat line for the night, 25 carries, 220 yards. Is it safe to say you were motivated by the lack of carries last week?
Yes, a lot. In my eyes, I thought he did wrong, but in reality, he did good, though. He taught me I ain't play hard, I ain't come out, I play soft. He set me. In the last 3 years, I've been spoiled and everything, and he just showed me, so I had to step up this game and earn my spot back, even from a senior or how good I am or off my name. I had to still play.
Now, Sherman, what a way to man up and owning responsibility for last week's play on the field. But let's talk about tonight. Inspired running. Did they show you anything on defense that you just guys anticipated, or was just man on man, we're going to win the battle?
Man on man, physical. We're going to hit the holes. We're going to play tough, get 4 yards. 4 yards, we're going to end up breaking one. They don't want to play physical all night. They didn't.
Now, Sherman, we're not going to tell the fans at home the conversation we had on the sideline about some of the goals, but I think you're on your way to some of those goals. What do you think about that?
Man, I am. I'm back on track. I feel better than what I did my whole career here. I feel better. I feel good. And I'm just ready for next week and get another 200 yards and keep adding.
Don, I smell a little change for the Lorain Titans.
Sounds like it to me, that's for sure. That's a young man that's got some focus back at what he's doing. And we're going to have a chance, Rick, to catch up with Coach McFarland. Is he going to be available?
He's talking to the scribes right now, okay. Don, which is the print media. I'll just grab a couple words with him. Go ahead with the stats.
Okay, let me do that. We'll go ahead and take a look at your Buckeye Community Bank stats. Tonight's final stats is always brought to you by Buckeye Community Bank, located in Sheffield Center, or on the web at buckeyebank.com. Buckeye Community Bank, banking the way it should be. If you're an Elyria fan, you're about to be a little bit disappointed by these numbers. If you're a Lorain fan, boy, get ready to throw a little bit of a party. On the rushing side of things for Elyria, Atkinson put together a pretty nice performance here today. He struggled today. He also came into this game being a focus of that Lorain High defense. Atkinson with 15 carries for 73 yards, averaged just under 5 per carry, which is not bad. Price with 4 carries for 4 yards. Parsh ends up taking 4 carries for a negative 22. Got wrapped up a couple different times. Overall on the ground, Elyria 23 rushes, 55 yards.
Don,
yeah, go right ahead.
Coach McFarland. Coach McFarland, what a victory for your program, 22-13. We talked earlier in the week about changing the culture. Did this win change the culture of Lorain High football?
Well, there's no doubt it was a huge win for our community and our program. And, I think our seniors have already changed the culture of Lorain football. You see our freshman team's 2-0, and our seniors are there supporting them and helping them. And our JV team's undefeated, and our seniors are there mentoring those young people. We're doing the right things in school and in the community. So, when you do the right things and you're doing things, men of character, good things happen. So as disappointed as we were last week with the mistakes we made, tonight we started to believe a little bit more in the system, and I thought we played awesome defense.
Let's talk about that defense. Sterling Jeffries, Rashad Berry, Nazir Bohannon. Let's talk about their efforts and their effort as a whole, as a squad.
Well, Sterling, you gotta love the kid. He made a huge hit down here on a 4th and 1, and he felt bad. Maybe in a scrimmage or something, he was there to make a play and then didn't make it. And we said, look, you just keep playing, keep your head up, and good things happen to good people. And no one deserves that more than him. What a great hit.
Last but not least, Coach, we had a chance to catch up with Sherman Saunders right after the game, and he talked about him not getting the carries and the message and the change in his mind that occurred by him not having those carries that he had last week. Can we talk about his performance tonight?
Oh, I love the kid. I mean, I've always thought he could be the best around and be the best in the county, and getting him to believe in what we're doing. And he sent me a note today when he was in school, the telephone, and said that he believed and was ready. And when I got here today, I said, Sherman, make a name for yourself tonight. Players make plays. I mean, there does come a point where you have to make a name for yourself, and God did he, huh?
Absolutely, Coach. Enjoy the victory with your team.
All right, thank you very much, Rick. We'll go ahead and wrap things up here in terms of your stat package. We talked about the rushing side of things for Elyria. On the receiving side of things, the one big one by Kyle Ringer for the score. 3 balls today, 50 yards, an average of 16.67 per. Schneider with 2 catches for 10. Atkinson with 1 catch for 4. Moore had a catch for 10. And Kazura had 2 catches for 67. Total of 9 catches, 141 yards. Parsh today, 8 of 20. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 78 yards. Tough night for Hunter Parsh. Kyle Ringer got that one big one early on the double pass. That one completed for 63 yards. Overall in the air, 9 of 21, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 141 yards for the Elyria Pioneers. Overall, 44 offensive plays for just under 200 yards, 196 to be exact. Now, exact as unofficial stats can be. For the Lorain High side of things, on the rushing end, almost 300 yards on the ground. Williamson with 17 carries for 28 yards from the quarterback position. An average of about 1.6 per. Hawthorne with 8 carries for 22. Chavis with 8 carries for 22. Both of those guys averaging 2.75. Saunders, 25 carries, 220 yards, averaging just under 9 yards per carry. That is phenomenal. 58 rushes on the night for 292 yards, just over 5 yards per carry. Receiving, Saunders also brought one in for 3 yards. Mincy with 1 catch. Brown with 3 catches. Barry with 4 catches and 71, including that score from 35 yards out, for a total of 17.75 per catch. Chavis with 1 catch for 5 yards. Williamson on the afternoon. And this is interesting, 10 of 19, which isn't phenomenal, but for a high school quarterback, you'll deal with that number. You'll take that number. 137 yards in the air with that 1 touchdown catch to Barry. So 10 of 19, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 137 yards. I think you'll take that in this offensive package that Lorain High puts together. Overall, 77 plays, 429 yards total offense.
That passing game is just really designed to keep those safeties honest.
Yeah.
Because the moment that those safeties had to get out of the box, or the single safety had to get out of the box, the lanes were there for Sherman and the rest of the running backs.
So that wraps up your Buckeye Community Bank stats. So the final, Lorain High is going to win 22-13 over the Elyria Pioneers.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.